Fargo is losing $10 million a month with their partnership on Bilt. The world is going to end. Relax. Calm down. Shortly after this Bilt video was filmed, this Wall Street Journal article came out sharing how Wells Fargo was losing $10 million a month through their partnership with Bilt because people were simply not keeping balances on their credit card. And I love to hear it. People, of course, love to over-exaggerate and claim that the Bilt card is going down the drain. The Wells Fargo Bilt partnership is over. The card is over. I'm here to say I'm not worried, and neither should you. Our good friend Sebastian from the Ask Sebby YouTube channel did a fantastic breakdown about this Wall Street Journal thing, and he agrees, and I agree as well, that we are okay. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Direct links are going to be in the description box, and thank you so much for watching the very last video in this credit card series about the Bilt credit card. Now that you know how to properly use a credit card, how to get out of credit card debt, and some credit card options that might be right for you, I want to do a completely separate video about Bilt. I'm Ajadang, and over the past month, we have gone over the credit card basics. Last week, we talked about all the fun that you could possibly have with your credit cards, but today we're gonna do a credit card video specifically about this guy right here. Bilt is the only credit card you can use to pay rent without any of the extra fees that might happen when you use other credit cards. I feel like because a lot of us are renters and we are all starting to realize that maybe home ownership isn't the end-all be-all towards financial health in our financial journey, that we may be renters for a very long time. So I think it's really important to talk about this card as a payment option for your rent. I've been using this card for a few months now. I feel knowledgeable enough to talk about it. So let's end this credit card series talking about Bilt, the credit card for renters. Obviously, with all credit cards, there are some pros and cons and tips and tricks to using them. So let's break it down so you can see whether this card is right for you and your needs. If you want to look at the website while I'm talking through it, I'll go ahead and put a link directly to the website in my description box. One of the biggest pros for me is that there is no annual fee. And as someone who uses her points for travel specifically, the Bilt card actually has more travel partners than my Chase Sapphire card. And that card carries a fee, an annual fee of $95. So I would say more travel partners for a zero annual fee is a total bonus. They also have good multipliers on everyday expenses. You get 2 times the points per dollar on travel, 3 times the points per dollar on dining, and 1 times the points per dollar on everything else, including rent. And by the way, Bilt is always running promotions. On the first of every month, you get double the points on everything except for rent. So instead of 3 times the points on dining, you get 6 times the points on dining, 4 times the points on travel, and 2 times the points on everything else. Obviously, fully loading your first of the month with all these purchases might be a little overwhelming. It might not be the right financial choice for you, but just know that it's an option. So let's say if you wanted to schedule a grocery run on the first, that could be a really good idea. Or if you're planning to go on a trip and have your funds fully saved up, maybe scheduling a payment for a hotel or a flight on the first might be a really smart idea too. So as you can see, this is my May transaction breakdown, and I got rent day double points. I spent $21, but I got 128 points. So obviously it doesn't have to be a huge purchase, but something here and there on the first could be a smart idea. For a really fun promotion leading up to the first of the month, they actually have this game, and it is an opportunity to get your rent paid. I believe it's up to $2,000. Honestly, I look forward to this game every single month. I think it's just kind of like a fun thing to look forward to besides having to pay rent. Maybe one day I will win. When you apply and get approved, once you get the card in the mail, you actually get a huge bonus on points. For 5 days, you get 6 times the points per dollar on all purchases, except for rent, up to 50,000 points. I got my card in March. Within the first 5 days, I got 922 points eating Korean barbecue on a $184 purchase, and I got 235 points on a $47 purchase from creation. So there's a lot of stuff going on this app. And I think another bonus and pro of this, of Bilt, is actually the app is super, super user friendly. I mean, I think now any kind of bank or card needs to have a good app interface. But like for my credit union, my USC credit union, I hate going on the website. I hate going within the app because they're just not there yet. But with Bilt, the app is very user friendly. Everything that you could be interested in, making reservations, rideshare, fitness, travel, booking travel on the app is just all very, very easy. Now let's talk about travel partners. To me, the most valuable aspect of having a Bilt card are access to the travel partners. Everyone gets a one-to-one travel partners, and there are a lot of them. And honestly, it was the reason why I was really interested in getting the card in the first place. Because with my Chase card, I basically really only use those points to book international on United. But now I have access to so many more travel partners, including Emirates, which hopefully one day I'll be able to fly first class on Emirates. That is a dream of mine. Again, not happening today, but hopefully one day. So now let's talk about the cons of the card. There is no annual signing bonus, which I know is a huge get for a lot of people. This is obviously an incentive to get people to sign up for certain cards. And with Bilt not having a sign up bonus, it might deter some people away from getting the card. But I honestly think that the incentive here is being able to earn points on rent without fees. Now, another con that could be perceived as a con if you are not aware and reading the fine print is that there are transaction minimums. Not the amount that you have to spend per month, but the times that you spend on your card per month. Like I've been saying, a big get to getting this card is being able to earn points on rent, but if you don't read the fine print, you won't be able to fully benefit from those points. So let's talk about that. You have to use your card a minimum of 5 times through the statement period. So my billing cycle starts on the 13th of every month and ends on the 14th of the next month. So within that period, I have to make a total of 5 transactions. Fortunately, rent does count towards one of those transactions, so that means you only have to make 4 more transactions throughout your statement period. To me, this is very easy to do because I have dedicated this card to just family expenses, joint expenses. But you can make small purchases like gas or parking on your card, or if you want to make sure you hit your minimums every single month, you can put stuff like maybe your subscriptions on this card where it's automated, the payments are automated, and everything is easy. Or if you're someone who uses Lyft often, you can actually connect your Lyft account to your Bilt account to not only hit your transaction minimums, but to also get 2 times the points per dollar on that ride. So I actually have my Bilt rewards connected to my Lyft app, and I used it for the first time the other day, actually. So just remember, you need to hit 5 transactions per month to fully benefit from getting all these points. Another con is that this is a MasterCard, and MasterCard isn't taken everywhere. I actually tried to use this at Costco the other week and was not allowed to, but at all times I normally have my Bilt and my Chase credit card on me, so that was fine. Another con, which I guess isn't really that big of a deal, but their bank partner is Wells Fargo, which is probably like the worst bank that you could partner with, to be honest. This is really important if you want to put your card on auto pay. I put all my credit cards on auto pay just because I am, as we talked about earlier, a responsible credit card user. But in order to set up auto pay with Bilt, you have to sign up through Wells Fargo. Another con for now is that this is not for homeowners yet. This is just for renters. So you're not able to use this to get points on your mortgage. However, this card has been hugely successful for renters specifically. I think in large cities like New York and LA. So I assume that maybe adding a mortgage aspect to this might be in the pipeline soon, but as of right now, they don't have that. Another thing to pay attention to is that I have heard that you have to have a decent credit score in order to, get an account with Bilt. If you have a low credit score, chances are you will not be approved for this card. A few videos back, we've talked about how to increase your credit score and the importance of a credit score. importance. Even though you may not be able to apply and be accepted for the Bilt card now, this is something that you can easily work towards into the future. Another thing that you have to look out for is that you can only use this card to pay towards one rental unit per statement billing period. So if you're someone who has multiple rental units, like for me, we have our rent here, and then we're actually looking for an office space that we would be renting, we wouldn't be able to put our office rent on this card, which is fine. I totally get it. You know, an easy workaround for that is Brian getting this card and paying our office rent with this card. But just letting you know, this is a one household card. Now, when I did share my experience on TikTok, I had someone share to me that they did have issues about being charged double rent once, and it was really difficult to get Bilt to reverse it. That being said, I have not had any issues with multiple charges or fraud or anything on my card since I've been using it, but I just want to give you all the full picture that that was someone's experience. As a reminder, it is so important to consistently look at your bank statements to make sure the only things that are taken out of your account are the things that you've authorized. So now that we've gone over that, let's talk about how you pay rent. The way Bilt is actually able to bypass the fees associated with paying rent with a credit card is actually they give you a routing number and account number that you can use to pay your rent. If you pay your rent through an online portal and the way you set up adding different accounts is through instant bank verification, all you have to do is hit cancel a few times. I had to hit cancel 3 times, and then I was able to manually add my bank account information. Again, Bilt gives you all that information, the routing information, your account information, so you can easily do that. And since I've done that, I've had 0 issues with paying rent through my portal, so that was very easy. Now, if you're someone who pays rent via check, they will actually send a rent check directly to your landlord for no additional fees. I don't have personal experience with this, but a few people in my TikTok comment section did and said it was super easy to set up. And that's it. I think that's everything you need to know about the Bilt card. All in all, I would say this is a fantastic card for renters. I think that it is really nice to finally earn points on our largest expense without having to worry about some stupid transaction fee. My gosh, it has been a real pleasure and joy to go through credit card basics with you over the past month and a half. If you were here from the very beginning, thank you so much for hanging with me. I hope that this series was really helpful for you, and let me know in the comment section as well if you have other series ideas for me to do, because I actually kind of like this style of shooting. Maybe like a month of something is just like really easy for me to do. I'll put all the videos in the description box if you want to stay up to date. I also have a file kind of breaking down everything that we've talked about. It will be emailed to you, so you will have to share your email with me, but this way you can quickly like go through everything we've talked about instead of having to swipe through all my videos. So if you want to just like have a place where you remember everything that I shared, download this PDF. And then remember, if you want to learn more about Bilt, check the link in my description box. Full disclosure, I don't get paid for that link, but I do get some points. And I really do want to travel to Europe this year on my points from Bilt. So if you can click, 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 and if you get approve, I will say thank you, because I get points on that and I appreciate you. Any questions, comments, concerns, leave it in the comment section, and I'll see you next video. Bye.